My name is Randall. I work for Gieves and Hawkes. I don't know how much you know about Gieves and Hawkes and the company, but they started many, many years ago, 1700s. A gentleman by the name of Thomas Hawkes and James Gieves, and they were commissioned to make tailoring for the army, for the British Army, and then later on they started to do the Royal Navy, and then later on the Queen. They've got, you can see up there, they've got 3 warrants, which they've earned throughout the many years. And their first store is in London, number 1, Savile Row. This is our model look, and I'm just going to take you through some of the styling from casual wear going through to evening wear, okay? So we're going to start firstly with a jacket. Now, sometimes when you're going out, it's always nice to sort of find a nice sort of jacket for the evening. As this one is a nice check. And it's got, if you notice at the front, you've got like the very classic notch lapel, a very nice silhouette on the waistline, and you've got the pockets with the flaps. These pockets also, if you don't want that sort of style, you can actually put these flaps into the pocket and you can just have like the jetted style. A very classic shoulder line, okay, with the crown. It's very part of the very old English tailoring that Gieves and Hawkes have kept throughout the years. It just shows off the very masculinity of the male's figure, and then it comes down onto the waist where you've got a double vent. Hemline is short, it's just below the crotch, okay? I know a lot of people, when they come into shops and they're thinking, and they use their arms to sort of measure the hem of a jacket. As you notice with mine, it's nowhere near. It did start off, if you go back, say, maybe 8 years, 10 years, the jackets were a little longer. These years, we've noticed that the jacket lines are starting to get shorter and shorter, and I think a lot of people are sort of like moving in that direction where they want that sort of look. So it's very popular now to have the jacket just a little bit shorter, just below the seat area. As long as it covers the seat, it's the main thing, but how far down, it's really up to the individual. So we've also got a very nice overcoat, which you can just throw on. Okay. Now this coat's just a little bit different from the actual jacket that he's wearing. You have the peak lapel, which comes from the double-breasted. I don't know if you remember, or if anyone's seen a double-breasted suit. Okay, so we've got the peak lapel there. Again, a nice check jacket, again, with the flaps on the pocket. Very casual. Sorry, just turn you around. But it's still got a lot of tailoring from the suit line. So it's nice broad shoulders. Crops in very nice on the waist. It just shows off that masculinity again. And it just comes down to the knees. Again, some of the guys, they'll try a coat on and think, no, I'm too short, or it's too long. Be brave. Try that jacket on. Have a look. Honestly, something like this will last you easily 4 or 5 years, because you're only going to wear them in the autumn and the winter. Put it away for the spring. You'll wear something much lighter, and it will be there again for you all the time. And we come to the suiting. Now, a suit pays a lot of difference in a man's wardrobe. It is like a lady with that black dress. I'm sure you girls know when you've got that black dress, it always sort of works for you. And I think it's the same with the man's suit. One of the fantastic things about these, when you go out shopping for a suit, which is a shame these days, the manufacturers now are not using canvas anymore, where Gieves and Hawkes have actually stuck to that. They've stuck to their true tailoring. When they actually sew inside the fabric, it actually makes the lapel curl over. As you can see, this is like a natural fold. There isn't any actual pressing seams on here at all. That lapel naturally folds over all by itself because of the technique that the tailors use. You can go a little bit further. It looks very smart in the suit, but why don't we add a tie? Okay, this is actually a knitted classic tie. Okay, so we've got a very nice knot there. There you go. Just by adding a tie, just change the look of the outfit. Yeah? And that's just by identifying, but we can still carry on. We've also got the pocket square. You can do just a very nice, simple, I mean, I'm doing this very quickly just to give you an idea. And what you do, you just have like a little bit just peeking at the top there. Yeah? Okay, and that's just to sort of like finish off the outfit, enhance it. If you want to be a little bit more flamboyant, that's no trouble. You can just grab the center there, the bottom, tuck it in. Yeah. And that's good to go also. Okay? Are we finished there? No. Remember that coat? Okay. Turn the collar up if you want. All right. And then just to finish the look. And he's ready to go onto his business meeting, he's ready to go to meet his partner, anything that may be that the evening provides. Savile will actually make you a suit from the ground up, okay? At Gieves and Hawkes, where we are, it's done a little bit different, but it is still a made-to-measure suit. So we'd find this jacket style that you'd like, say for instance, we'll use this for instance, and then we would take the measurements of your chest measurements, we'd do your waist measurements. The waist measurements would actually be for the waist of the jacket, and there would be an allowance that they would add onto the jacket so the waist doesn't fit you too snugly, okay? And then we'd also take a measurement around the seat area, around the biggest part of your seat. And incidentally, your seat is the same measurement as your chest. And all these can be adjusted to your personal requirements. So if you wanted a little bit looser or a little bit snug, sleeves a little bit longer or a little bit short, you might want to show double cuffs, or for whatever reason, we can do all those adjustments for you. You can also go as far as choosing your own buttons. So we've got like a assortment of buttons that you could choose. If you wanted horn buttons, or if you wanted silver or gold, or a mixture of both, right? We could do that for you. And an interesting thing is also, you can choose your own lining. And so you might want something that's very classic on the outside, but maybe a bit of your own personality on the inside. So you can have that as loud, or as classic, or as contemporary, or as jazzy as you want. The trousers, again, we'd measure your waist. Again, we'd do a measure of the seat. You can change the lapels. Remember the peak lapel we had on the overcoat? You can have a peak lapel with one button. Or you can even have a shawl lapel. Basically, shawl lapel is just, if you imagine that line continue without the notch. So it sort of kind of looks like this. All right, so you can have like a shawl lapel, okay? So there's loads of things that you can have. You can have things like, you've got the lining, and say on the sham here, you can have like a flash. It's called a sham flash. Have a little bit of lining just shown there on the cuff, and it's just like a little tease. You know, the suit will also come with the date. It's like a registration, so it'll have 2015. It's just nice to have. You can have your initials embroidered in there as well. So it's personalized to yourself. And I'll be honest with you, made to measure suit, it'll be the best suit you ever had, right? The suits are fantastic off the peg, but a tailor-made suit, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it, I assure you.